目指した未来や全ての君を背負ってたどり着いてみせるから託された願いを終わらせて今度こそは全て守るよ最後の運命をつかめるやろ。
Hey guys, if you haven't already, give the video a like, subscribe to my channel. This is a what if series and I'll be doing more down the road. Plus Ultra. Hey guys, and welcome to What If Goku Was in One Piece Part 2. Now damn, it's been 6 months since I did something on this series, a long ass time. I am sorry for making y'all wait that long for just another part to this series. I didn't necessarily think it was that good, though, but people actually like the idea of Goku being in One Piece. And so in the previous part, we left off with Goku being in the Archipelago with everything that happened. Now, it's a few of you. It's one of you that mentioned that with Goku beating an admiral when he went against the Kiza, I think Akiji? Yes, Akiji. When he went against Aokiji, I think some of y'all want to mention in the comments that Goku's bounty should have been way over 1 billion since the admirals. Given fact, you're right. The admirals are powerhouses of the Marine Navy. So yeah, Goku's power should be over, bounty should be over 1 billion. So I said his bounty was like 700 or something like that. No, Goku's bounty is damn near 1.1 billion berries. Yeah, Goku is a threat to the Marines and they need to catch him. So yeah, he's on the, what's his name, Straw Hat crew and everything. So yeah, the Straw Hat crew is getting a lot of publicity, like unnatural publicity. So with everything being said, they go to the Archipelago and everything play out just the same way it did in canon. But this time, Goku and Luffy punch the Celestial Dragon that shot Hachi, with Hachi saying sorry to Nami as much as as tearful as he could, because he didn't mean the things that he put her through, and he put her through a great deal of pain, which he greatly regrets doing. So, with all that being said, Luffy and Goku would punch the hell they would punch the hell out of this Celestial Dragon, sending him flying into a wall and breaking a few bones. Now, with all this being said, all the disruption and disarray would happen on the Archipelago, and then the Admiral would come out there, Kizaru. Now, Kizaru would then deflect and start basically wailing on some of the worst generation as if they don't have any kind of candle towards him. And this is where he would come in to counter with the Straw Hats while they have to fight the pacifistas. Now, with that being said, Goku is there creating an advantage for them. Even though all of them are having a very hard time fighting these pacifistas, Goku is not. He's basically destroying and basically evading and hitting the big guy away. I don't remember his name, correct me in the comments, but Goku managed to rush up to him, punch him directly in the stomach, and send him flying back away from the battle. Now, this is where Kizaru will finally join in and intervene, and he would start to berate and battle the Straw Hats. He would have Zoro on the ground with his foot on his back and getting ready to shoot Zoro with a beam, but then Goku would come out of nowhere, and Goku's Kamehameha would start imitating Black Sharks with a purplish beam that shot at Kizaru, to which Kizaru would reflect and shoot his own blast, but the blast would be imitated. Well, the blast would be absorbed with Haki. So once Goku shot this blast at Kizaru would have to dodge that blast that was coming at him. I'm not saying he's just going to one shot that blast away, but he did have to dodge that, and he would be a little annoyed by this. But out of the smoke, the Goku would come in with a punch to Kizaru's jaw and send Kizaru flying back. Now this is where Goku would be walking towards Kizaru, and his eyes would be yellow as his hair is afloat. Now Goku's aura is radiating over him, and he looks at Kizaru and says, "I will never forgive anyone who hurts my friends." Now Goku starts to charge at Kizaru, who starts to just use his speed to basically dodge Goku, but Goku is right there in his face, and now both of them get into a fist fight with each other. Now Kizaru is on the back foot from this, but he still thinks he has an edge. And right now Goku has now transformed into his wrathful form. Unconsciously, Goku doesn't know he's transformed into this form because Goku is filled with anger right now. He wants his friends to be safe. Now, this is where Bartholomew Kuma would come in and talk to Rayleigh about the whole situation because Rayleigh was there. He wanted to sit on the back foot just to see if they needed help or not. So he would talk to Rayleigh and say that he's going to send the Straw Hats away. This is the only way to avoid this situation before they send another admiral and then another admiral, and this be an all-out war on this island. And Sabaody Archipelago won't look like it did in the canon. It basically will look destroyed and lifeless. So they're trying to avoid all these casualties dying and the island being destroyed through useless combat. So with all that being said, as Goku and Kizaru are fighting against each other hand-to-hand combat, Kizaru gets punched in the stomach by Goku using his advanced version of armament haki, like basically using the power of armament and going into Kizaru's body and basically hitting him or impacting him that way to the point Kizaru coughed up blood from this. Now Kizaru gets mad at Goku and the both of them go at it while he grabs Goku with a light chain and starts slamming Goku all over the area through dozens of trees. Now the Straw Hats does come in and help Goku from what little that Goku has taught them about armament and stuff like haki, but they done mastered it and they can't really use it effectively in battle, but there is trying. It's like here and there, but it's not strong enough to compete with Kizaru. So unfortunately the Straw Hats does get beat and they have to end up retreating, with Goku telling them to retreat and he'll catch up to them as soon as he can. So with all that being said, every time now, this is where Luffy was trying to save some of the Straw Hats. Now, Goku managed to kick Kizaru directly in the stomach and kick him away from him. And he managed to, like he was running to save some of the Straw Hats too. But in that same miss, Goku would get hit by Bartholomew Kuma's Paw Fruit and get blanked away, him and Luffy. Now, all the Straw Hats would have got blanked away. And on this part right here, Goku and Luffy would have went to Amazon Lily. Now, once they got there, everything would have played out the same way. But when they got to the part where Boa Hancock would have had them on the tournament trial, and Luffy is telling her to turn the girls back. It's not their fault. They didn't know what was going on. They didn't know they weren't supposed to help me. And Goku is looking at Boa Hancock and say that, how can someone be so cruel? And Goku just uses his senses. And he feels that the three of them are hiding a strong secret. And he asked Luffy, said, Luffy, did you see her back? And this is when Luffy had bust out of the cell that him and Goku was in. And Goku and him got split up to the point where Luffy would have landed in the bath and the same events would have happened between him and Boa Hancock, of him basically seeing her naked. Now, with that, Goku asks Luffy that question, and Luffy says that he basically saw her naked, but he doesn't see what the big deal is. And this is where Goku says something to her. And Goku basically says that you have a strange secret that I really think I'm putting the puzzle pieces together. It has something to do with the celestial dragons, doesn't? And this is where Boa Hancock's eyes would go wide, and then she would come out onto the field with her sisters, and she would fight Goku and Luffy. Now, all three of them would fight Goku and Luffy, and they would berate them, but this is where Goku would start to use his armament haki and his, skills to his advantage, using his new transformation, not being fully understood what it was, and it's hard to control because it could lead him to go into berserk. So he doesn't want to kill anybody, so he has to make this fast. He dispatches of the two sisters, and him and Luffy just go against Boa Hancock, which wasn't an easy task, seeming as if this woman is fast on her feet and very agile, very agile and very speedy. She's not one to be trifled with. So yeah, Goku and Luffy fighting her, but not so much as Goku having a hard time. It's Luffy more so, but Luffy has some training from Goku, so it really goes into their favor with Goku and Luffy teaming up with each other. Well, Boa Hancock really doesn't stand a chance, but it wasn't like an easy feat, but they still beat her ass though. I'm not saying the easy feat for Luffy. It was hard for Luffy to be in sync with Goku since that Goku is still stronger than Luffy. I mean, Goku could have easily beat her, but Goku also wants to see what Luffy is capable of doing, and he doesn't want to outshine his basically comrades. Anyway, so everything would play out normal, but on this run right here, instead of Boa Hancock falling in love with Luffy, she would fall in love with Goku, since that Goku has that more fighting nature, and he's the one who beat her. And Goku would know what love is and know that she has huge feelings for him. But he tells Boa Hancock that once everything is done, once he sailed the world with Luffy and gathered the One Piece and made him the king of the pirates, he's gonna marry her. And he's gonna visit her every now and then to help their relationship grow into something more beautiful. And she is ecstatic by this, happy by this. Now, she is friendly towards Luffy. Yeah, she is very, very friendly towards Luffy. But on this round right here in this universe, yeah, she's going to fall for Goku. And yeah, that's the way I want it. Anyway, so with that being said, they would get the news that Ace is on trial and he's got captured by Blackbeard. And this is where Goku just slams his fist into the ground, saying that he's sad that he didn't get his hands on Teach. That was one of his targets before he even wanted to join the Straw Hat Pirates. So with that being said, they would go to Impel Down and cause all the ruckus that they did. But this time they would make it to the cell before Ace get transferred away. And they would save Ace, with Goku being the powerhouse that he did. And Magellan poison really didn't affect Goku the way that most of you think it would. He would beat the dog shit out of Magellan so badly that Magellan would be on the ground bloodied and unconscious. So yeah, Magellan's powers really wasn't that effective against Goku, since Goku is so skilled and everything. And at this point right here that Goku has now learned to master with his basically his wrathful transformation, unlocking another stage of his observation haki, being future foresight. So yeah, Goku wailed on Magellan, and Magellan really didn't have a chance against him. But then they would meet Ivan Ivankov, and he would heal Goku from the poison that he sustained from fighting Magellan. So everything will play out with some of the prisoners being broken out and the same familiar faces. Now, this time, Bon Clay would live. He would live. He wouldn't have to sacrifice himself and go back. So yeah, Bon Clay would live. Everybody would escape that was trying to escape before, that was helping Luffy get his brother. And Ace would be ecstatic by this. He would be happy by this. And Goku would tell Ace that, does he know where Blackbeard Teach is? And they would say no. So Ace would then go back to the Whitebeard Pirates on his journey with the Whitebeard Pirates, and Goku would make sure that he gets there safely without any intervene or interference with his journey. So once that was done, then the Straw Hats would come to a conclusion that they all need to train, and Goku has the perfect island for them all to train at. So this is where Goku's teleportation ability would come into handy. Now, Goku calls this instant transmission in this world, and it was a technique that he learned from basically a devil fruit. Yes, Goku has a teleportating devil fruit. I wanted to make that just simple as that, but yeah, Goku ate a devil fruit and it's a teleportating devil fruit. Anyway, so with that being said, Goku basically calls this technique instant transmission. So he transmissions Goku to basically, like, instant transmission Zoro to where Mihawk is, and he asks Mihawk to train Zoro. Mihawk basically argues by this, but this is where Goku and what's the name? Mihawk, bro. Mihawk wants to argue by this, but then he decides not to. So then all of a sudden, Goku, leaves Zoro there. And he teleports each and every pirate to their respective teleported states, wherever they were. Now, yeah, because the One Piece pirates got back together after Goku went and got them because of his teleportating devil fruit, but he then put them back in the same spots. Since that it was akin to where they were going to be training at for these next 3 years. Yes, 3 years this time. So, with that being said, the Straw Hats were trained for 3 years before they returned to Sabaody Archipelago to basically go to Fishman Island. And with that being said, I'm going to end this part right here. I want to gauge interest and see if you guys are still interested in the series thus far. I want to see how you guys like the Dragon Ball with Goku being in there, because I know I've been away for a while, so I'm just gauging interest. Should I just stop the series or should I just go on to do something else? But anyway, here's part 2 to What If Goku Was in One Piece. Let me know how you guys like it, and I'll release part 3 as soon. Sorry about that. I'll release part 3 as soon as possible. Just all I need is on this video is 20 likes. When I get 20 likes, I'll release part 3, and I will keep the series going this far. Anyway, without any further ado, you guys have a good day, a good night, and plus ultra. Good night, guys.